Okay, guys, we're here to talk about what's happening at Amazon. They're about to lay off 16,000 and say Seattle's going to be a major hit zone. So a percentage of them are going to be here in Seattle, man. They're going to be laying off. So let's hear what they got to say about Cairo 7 News.
Now to our top story tonight, Amazon making it official, the company laying off 16,000 people worldwide in the coming months. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Elle Thomas.
And I'm Monique Minglov, and experts tell us Seattle will be one of the hardest hit. Cairo 7's Brandon Thompson live at the Amazon offices right now. And Brandon, you are hearing from people who found out they woke up this morning.
And it's been a long day for them. At 3 in the morning, they received this email informing them that their job has been eliminated. We're hearing from workers in this building that houses Amazon Web Services, or AWS workers. That is part of the team that has been laid off. And because that's such a big presence in Seattle, experts tell us our city will feel this pretty hard. It was the middle of the night.
I was just, up around 2 o'clock. I was checking on my child.
When this Amazon employee tells me they got the message, their job has been eliminated.
I didn't get any, prior warnings leading up to this, so it completely caught me out, especially that early in the morning.
They want to stay anonymous, but say they were one of several of their work friends to get cut.
Hard kind of thing. I just really didn't know what to do. My mind kind of it didn't go into full panic mode yet.
A total of 16,000 people around the globe received a similar note this morning. It comes after 14,000 people were laid off last month. Senior Vice President Beth Galletti saying, quote, "Some of you might ask if this is the beginning of a new rhythm where we announce broad reductions every few months. That's not our plan."
I think they are trying to settle down their employees.
Amazon has not said where the layoffs are yet, but UW professor Jeff Schulman says if it involves AWS, Seattle will feel it.
Seattle has become the cloud capital of the world. Seattle basically runs the internet almost with how many...
Okay, you imagine this, guys. This is crazy. Last October, they laid off 14,000 worldwide, nationwide, I believe. This January, they're laying off 16,000 worldwide. And this when Seattle was hit majorly, hard hit out of with the 16,000 jobs laid off. This is getting crazy. Can you imagine going to sleep at night and then you wake up, go to brush your teeth, use the restroom, you got an email blurring on your thing, you open up and you're fired. That's crazy. That affect anybody. I don't know what you guys think, but I'd be scared to get an email. I call everybody, man, did you get an email? Did you get an email? I got an email, dude. It's like you get tagged, you're it. That's embarrassing, man. That hurts you. Your whole life has changed now. All of a sudden, I can imagine how the employees feel right now. But this continue to go on. I was like, alert from Amazon, you have been laid off. That is uncomfortable feeling to be an uncomfortable space to be in. I wish the people the best. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below.
Engineers and people developing cloud technologies.
Schulman says that means more employees here who are at risk. Cairo 7 has obtained a screenshot of the termination email where Galletti says terminated workers won't have to work but will get pay and benefits for the next 90 days with a chance to apply to other roles or get severance after that.
They're offering internal transfers. I just don't think I would take it because my trust in the company is just down the drain.
So that worker that we heard from says they are worried about the job market. We're also talking to experts say they have reason to worry. That reason coming up tonight at 6, as well as why these workers especially may have a tough time. Live in Seattle, Brandon Thompson, Cairo 7 News.
They'll give them 90 days. 90 days of basically like reprieve, where you still get paid for 90 days after your termination, your layoff. So that's good. That's some good unemployment. Because unemployment system down in the cities are horrible right now. What I've been hearing out there in the communities. So the companies give them 90 days to readjust their lives to a better life. Like you got 90 days to still get your pay that way it was, but your life's going to change. So drastically it's going to change. When you're making $30 something, $40 an hour, and you're going to zero. Until you find something else new, that's going to change your life tremendously. But yeah, they're getting ready for this. That's crazy. I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I can wake up to that and be ready for the world that we're living in. That's scary. It's scary times right now. Let's continue on watching some more of this news about what's happening with Amazon. Let's find out what they got to say. It's amazing to feel what people are going through.
Layoffs could be on the way.
This is getting crazy, guys, out there. We'll see.
Thanks for joining us for the news at 5. I'm Monique Mingalavan.
And I'm Elle Thomas. Now, according to Reuters, up to 14,000 jobs nationwide could be cut. Experts tell us it could mean trouble ahead for the region's economy. KIRO 7's Brandon Thompson joining us live now at the Amazon offices. And Brandon, this could be good news for homebuyers.
It could, and not just because Amazon workers, like the more than 300 who were laid off this week in the Doppler building, one of several buildings here in downtown. It's not just because those workers may be leaving. Realtors tell me the tech boom changed what kind of housing was built, meaning there could be more opportunity soon.
I need a capital.
For more than 10 years,
The majority of my clients have been Amazon.
Amazon employees made Kimberly Schaefer's business boom.
The last year, there was a pretty big shift in people coming in.
They worked with 23 relocation clients last year, including some Amazon employees. 21 of them moved out of Seattle. Monday was the first day more than 2,300 Amazon workers were laid off. This week, Meta announced more than 300 of their own, and Reuters is reporting thousands more Amazon workers could be laid off, though not all in Seattle.
I am very nervous about what's happening. I think there's a lot of uncertainty.
The State Employment Security Department reports nearly 17,000 more people are unemployed this year versus the same time last, with more than 6,000 fewer jobs in the state.
We have very good fundamentals and ingredients in this area to be very successful going forward. The part that makes me nervous is that you have to invest in those areas.
Schaefer says Amazon's rapid growth brought a change with what kind of housing, shifting away from single family to more density. While she does not think people leaving Amazon will make prices fall, that kind of housing should.
What would be your message to folks who are kind of looking for that entry point to be a little bit more financially feasible?
It's coming. We're working hard.
Well, amazingly, it's getting really crazy out here, man. Washington, I know a lot of people I know that losing their jobs, and I was trying to tell them you gotta get prepared, man. They was one of luckily I lost my position a long time ago, and I'm a barber. But it's hard in this field because being self-employed as a barber, people ain't got no job, and it affects you too. It's a trickle-down effect, but you learn how to deal with it more. You learn how to work with the money that you have. You figure things out. But they got 6,000 less jobs in the city in Washington itself. So not counting the major tech companies laying off, there's a lot of jobs that's not coming back. There's not opportunities. There's nothing. So people got to move out the state and find other locations that find equivalent to what they're used to making. It's not here anymore. The prices are not going down. The rents, the adjustments that haven't taken place that the president said administration said is going to take place. We haven't seen that here, definitely in Washington State. So I hope they do some price controls with apartment rents because it's affecting American families, especially in Washington State. And now we're starting to talk about it more. The politicians and the business owners are not aligning up. The business want to work with the politicians, but they're not trying to listen to the business owners. We had Nordstrom, the president of Microsoft go down there and try to talk to him. They were not listening to him. They heard a little bit above, but they was like, man, we still gonna push our agenda. So that's not working. So you got all these fractured systems that are supposed to work together cohesively to make the city function and the state function well. And they're not, they're fractured. And so we're seeing now, in October 2000, some people laid off. Meta laid off 330 some people. It's like it's a free fall right now. I don't know what's going to happen in Washington State, and we're trying to entertain like there's nothing happening. But I got to report you guys the news. You can look this up yourself. Seattle Times. You can look it up. Washington Post. You can look it up. Any channel news. I'm showing you guys on KIRO 7. They're showing you stats. So yeah, we're in a tremendous shift right now in Washington State and Western Washington and throughout the state, but definitely here in Washington State. So I just hope we get a hold of this, because we definitely in a tailspin, economically speaking, with employment and services. So that's going to affect the whole economy on multiple levels. It's like a domino effect. So I'm feeling it right now with, a lot of people cutting hair at home and they're not coming to barbershop salons because they really can't afford the price point that we have to pay to sustain ourselves in the industry. So we're losing positions and people are quitting barbering and cosmetology. So that industry is dying itself here in the state of Washington. So you got like I said, it's a trickle down effect, and we're definitely in a tailspin, economically speaking and employment speaking. So we're gonna see. Hopefully, they get a hold of this and the powers that be and sustain this model. But they're still laying off, and they're laying off by the thousand. And like you hear the news, the Channel 7, other news channels saying we're being affected the most in the United States because we're a tech company. And then I got to tell you guys right now, what's causing another dire effect is AI. AI is taking over in a lot of positions. They don't need you no more because AI can do perfectly the job that you're doing 100%, 1,000%. And so why would they hire you? They could have a app or AI, some version of AI do it perfectly, and they can have this oversight. So they can get rid of 20 employees in this sector of the business and have AI do it, and they can do it efficiently, effectively, and at a lower cost. So this is what happened when you bring in artificial intelligence and you bring in all this new technology. It casts a system on the bigger picture, and it affects everybody. So we're living in that day and time. We're living in the future. iRobot, we're here, guys. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. I think this is going to continue to spiral out of control. I think this is the season of in my opinion, I think this is the season of the entrepreneur endeavor, because the employment sector is really collapsing as far as tech world. Well, we are in the Pacific Northwest, and on the West Coast, Silicon Valley, they move a lot of companies up here. So everything was just moving and then transitioning. Now they're doing the process they did down in California. They're cutting the jobs off. Now what we see in California is going to come here. What's happening in California? Major companies, minor companies are leaving the state. It looks bad down in California. Overall, we're seeing that effect here. Apartments, every level has been affected. So what is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Without further ado, we're going to cut this out and leave this at this point. I think we're going through a lot of changes. I wish Seattle, Washington State the best, and the United States the best, but we're definitely got to be aware of what's going on.